out. Operation Desert Storm is working.
Yo, what is up, guys? Gamerverse back again, doing another review for you guys today, man. Today we've got an awesome video game. It's a game that I've been wanting to play for a while. It did come out not too late. Recently, it's quite recent. So yeah, I'll just do a little bit of introduction for you guys. Black Ops 6, Call of Duty. It's a big game. They've been making Black Ops for a long time. There's been Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, 4, 5, and now 6. They're probably working on 7, but you never know, with Activision, of course. We will be doing a review for PC players. But if you are a console player and you are watching this video, there are a lot of key points to take away from this video if you are watching it and you own a console. Yeah, so the goal of this review is just to see whether the game is worth buying in 2025, if it's worth your time, and if you should play the game. So yeah, I've played the game, I've played the campaign, I completed the campaign, I played the multiplayer, and basically I have sunk about 30, 50, 40 hours into this game. So yeah, without further ado, as you guys know what goes on around here, I'll give you guys a bunch of topics, and then at the end of the video I'll give a verdict and I'll give the game a final score, and then hopefully you'll decide if you want to play the game or not, and if it's worth your time. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's talk about our first topic. Let's talk about the story. Let's talk about the campaign. So the premise of the campaign, I'll give you guys the premise without spoiling it. You play as this this guy that's in the army case, but it's quite it does vary when it comes to characters that you play with, because sometimes you play with the guy named Case, and then you play with somebody else. The game does that a lot throughout the campaign, but the setting, it's basically you in the Black Ops squad, and you are tasked to prevent this massive bio weapon, because this weapon that's being developed can actually that's a very deadly weapon basically, and this weapon you need to stop. You need to find out who is making this weapon, and you need to put a stop to it. But there is obviously a lot of things that happens before that, so you get taken through this entire ride, and you gotta find out who is making this weapon, take them down, and there's a lot of stuff that happens in between as well. But that is the main premise. A chemical bioweapon is being developed, and it is your job to take it down. There is different timelines in the story as well. So there's like a period, like an earlier period, and then there's a current period, and then there's a future. No, it's just the current period and then the past period as well. There is a lot of mission variety. There's a lot of mission variety. I guess I'll talk about the gameplay a little bit here. It's stealth, action packed, and there is of course some vehicle segments in the game. And then when it comes to AI, you get to pick your difficulty, of course, as you know how it goes with Call of Duty. You can play on the recruit, you can play on the easiest level if you want to, up to the most difficult level, of course. And the cutscenes look very, very nice. There is voice acting, of course, and the production quality is really, really good. The cinematics look great on PC. Yeah, that's basically the campaign. And like I told you, I don't want to spoil too much, but the campaign is about 10 hours long, 12 hours, depending on how quick you play the game or how good you are. But it took me like a solid 9-10 hours. Yeah, I really enjoyed the story. Like it's a solid Call of Duty game. Like definitely the campaign is something you gotta play. Don't just play the multiplayer. Go ahead and play the campaign. The campaign is awesome. Yeah. Next, let's talk about the multiplayer. So the core modes that you get in the multiplayer is Team Deathmatch, domination, search and destroy, and etc. There's even some like more modes being added onto the game. There's new maps, there's returning classics, they got Nuketown in there as well. And the maps are very well designed, the weapons are good. There's a gunsmith system, obviously you can pick your operator who you want to play with. Yeah, there's a good balance between customization and like free will when it comes to the multiplayer, and the matchmaking is really really good, I must say, on PC. I haven't waited that long to get into a match. When I'm online and I'm playing multiplayer, it usually doesn't take long, less than 3 minutes, and I find the match. Sometimes it's like less than 60 seconds and I get a match. There's a lot of people playing this game online, so the multiplayer for it is really really good. The server performance really really good. Are there any lag issues? There is a little bit of issues actually, but it's not that heavy. It's not that hectic. Like the lag issues isn't that bad, and like the registration problems aren't that bad as well. The latency is really really good when it comes to the online server performance. Yeah, so that's it. The multiplayer is really really good. It's nice playing against these random people. I love deathmatch, team deathmatch. Just you go into a map with a bunch of random people, and you're on a particular team, and you shoot whoever is not on your team. And they did it really really great with Black Ops 6 multiplayer. I enjoyed every minute of it, and it's super awesome. Multiplayer is really really good. Yeah, and then of course there is the zombies mode. If you want to play the zombies mode, that's part of the multiplayer, so I won't talk about it that much. There's a lot of map design, there's Easter eggs, co-op experience, and of course some replayability as well. So yeah, zombies mode is actually included in the multiplayer, but for some reason you have to install it separately if you want to. And then of course there is some microtransactions in the game, and the monetization, of course, the battle pass. You're talking about like seasonal weapons that you can get, skins, kind of like pay to win type of thing, loot boxes. There's bundles, there's seasonal DLCs. I don't know, man. If you don't mind spending money, go ahead. But I'm not the type of person that likes to spend money when it comes to a multiplayer game, especially Call of Duty, because Call of Duty should be a skill thing. It's about just skill level, and I don't know. I just wouldn't feel good paying to win, paying to get better weapons and all of that. So I just prefer like using pure skill when it comes to that. So yeah, that's it for microtransactions. Next, let's talk about the final verdict. I'll give you guys pros and cons. Yeah, pros and cons are: pros, you're getting a really good story. Campaign is amazing, really really good. And then of course the multiplayer really stands out a lot. I don't think there is any cons really. Only cons I would think is the microtransactions. When it comes to playing online, you gotta pay for particular skins and particular operators, and then you can't unlock some of them. You gotta pay for it. And then yeah, I don't think this is really much cons. Compared to the previous Call of Duty titles, it does really stack up a lot, and it does hold its own, and it is really good. So should you buy it? Yes, as I feel like if you are a casual player, go ahead. And if you're on PC, of course, just know that the game is free on Game Pass. So you can get the game on Game Pass if you have a Game Pass subscription. Game Pass Ultimate, of course, and you can get the game for free. Very, very decent, and you can get access to multiplayer and everything, so that's really cool. So yeah, who should buy it? Casual, doesn't matter if you're casual or competitive. Go ahead and get this game and check it out. I would definitely recommend it. Next, I'll give my final rating. Buy, wait, or skip. I just normally give it like a score like 1 to 10. 1 out of 10, sorry. So my score for this one would be a solid 8 out of 10. a solid 8 out of 10, which is a really positive score, and the game is really worth playing. If you look past the tiny nitty gritty issues, which isn't really much. So yeah, the only another con to add another con, it's the fact that Call of Duty has now become this whole, like, the interface is just the user interface is just insane. Like, there's so much going on the screen. Sometimes you don't even know where to find the settings. There is so much happening on the user interface. That's something that wasn't a problem in older days on like PS4. Call of Duty came out on PS4 and PS3. That this wasn't an issue. But now that we are heading into the modernized stage, there is just so much options, and the screen is just bombarded with icons. You don't know where to find what you want to find, but at the end of the day, you can just look up a video or whatever and find it. But yeah, I don't want to talk about that too much, but that's another con from my side. Other than that, like I said, this game deserves a solid 8 out of 10. And yeah, that is the end of this video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and click like. If you got something to say, go ahead and tell me in the comments. I like to read your comments. Yeah, that's it. I've been Gamerverse, and this was a review for Call of Duty Black Ops 6 on PC in 2025, depending when you're watching this. I hope you have a good day further, and I'll see you guys in another video.